Hello everyone, my name is Mia and the title of my speech is Knowing When to Let Go. At the beginning of this year in January, it was like probably 1 or 2 days before my mother's birthday actually. Um, I just started spring semester because I didn't come to campus for fall semester, so I was really excited to be on campus again. Enjoy everybody, hang out, go to all the events that was going to be happening for the whole year. The whole semester. I was very excited just to be back on campus to enjoy college life. The first weekend after classes started, I went out with someone I have been friends with since eighth grade. Which is this story is very surprising. Like I didn't think that this would have happened with her, especially. But we had went to this outdoor club that had just opened. At first, everything was fun. We was all cool and chilling. We had us a couple of shots. And trying to cool and be cool and chill with the music, the vibe. We were trying to vibe. You feel me? We were trying to vibe out. She was actually invited by her manager from work. So I think the spot was called the Blue Room or something. It was a nice spot. It was actually very entertaining. It was a lot of people there that night as well, actually. So as the night went on, my friend, she just got extremely drunk. She was falling on her knees, dropping things out her purse, putting herself in situations where I felt was becoming dangerous, being extremely flirtatious with everybody, like sticking her tongue out, just doing all types of stuff. It's just like, girl, calm down. We're here to have a good time and go back home. You feel me? Reminisce the next day. Oh, you feel me? Like we was really just there to have a good time. So I felt definitely responsible for making sure that she got home safe. And I'm actually glad I did because the next day she didn't even remember anything for real. She was basically blacked out. But, you know, I don't know how aware she was, but she was not very aware. So I got us a ride back to her dorm, and then I was gonna take myself to my dorm. So when we got to her dorm, I made sure she got to her room. When we got in her room, we started talking to her roommate, telling her about the night, what was going on that night and stuff. So she and even in her roommate's room being all flamboyant and flinging all over the place, just being very sloppy, basically. So I end up getting some chain from her. I'm thinking it's her key, but it was nothing on there. Like I'm trying to open her door, it's no key on there. So I go back in the her roommate room. She was still in there. I'm like, where's your key at? Your key not on there. So she started freaking out and stuff, and things just like escalated really quickly. Like she started pulling my hair, and boom, soon as her hand touched my hair, we are fighting. We're fighting. Y'all, I am fighting my friend from eighth grade. I never would have thought. Now, we do have a little rocky relationship where we just be Joan. Sometimes we be Joan and we be talking shit and stuff, but we never took it far of putting our hands on each other. Like, we cool. Like, that's just our relationship. So, I really wasn't even trying to fight her. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt because she was drunk. So I was really trying to restrain her instead of really doing her in, like how I know I can and kind of did. Because I'm talking about, I really tried to stop myself from really doing her in. Y'all, I don't even really want to embarrass her for real, but I really tried. Like, I really tried. So when I left out of there, she was blaming me for like losing her key, telling me how we left and I didn't make sure she had everything. Mind you, she had, the next day she realized when she wasn't drunk out of her mind that she had everything, and she dropped it in her roommate's room while she was being all flingy and getting slung all over the place. I ain't mean to sling her like that, but she was doing a lot of stuff, y'all. She was doing a lot of stuff, so I ain't really mean to sling her. I probably really made her stuff fall, but she was being a lot. So the next day, like I said, she found her stuff and she gonna try to be apologetic and stuff, but I really was just trying to think and have my space from her, I really could not do that. Like, I really could not do that. And I just felt sad and bad for her. Like, I really felt bad for her because she didn't really have no other friends for real. And then she kept pleading with me, telling me how she didn't want to lose me as a friend and this and that. So I really just sucked it up and was still hanging out with her for real. But our vibe with each other wasn't the same. It definitely wasn't. Not for me, especially because I didn't understand how she could put her hands on me. First of all, over anything being lost. That don't I did not deserve that, especially making sure she got home safely. Nobody was touching her, kissing all up on her without her permission or nothing. Like, I felt like didn't felt no, I did what I was supposed to do as a friend who was very much intoxicated. I made sure she got to where she needed to be. So after that, I don't know. I just felt bad for her, and I was just continued to be her friend. And I recently decided to break the friendship up. And I told her that I really needed some space and I needed some time to think for myself and about my life, about the things that I want for my future. And she understood, but then I was also peeping stuff with her too. Like, it's just like morally we wasn't on the same type of timing. Um, Even with our education, I would do my work, she would not do her work, and which caused her to actually fail a lot of her classes. So we was just not compatible with each other on a friendship basis. Like, maybe, yeah, she been my friend since 8th grade, but that was 8th grade. That was middle school. That was high school. We supposed to be on a totally different timing in our lives right now. Like, we're college students. This our sophomore year. Like, really supposed to be, if you was going for your associates, we're supposed to be graduating with your associates and stuff. So it was time to really grow up. You still have your fun, you still young, but it's also time to be responsible. And she was just not as responsible as me, and I just could not deal with that. Like, I had to be by myself with really dealing with her. Like, she would want to go out, I didn't really want to deal with that. Like, her energy was not matching mine. It was just a lot wrong with our dynamic of friendship. It was just a lot wrong with that. But what I learned from that experience is not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. I also learned that protecting your peace is important, which it is. Um, and sometimes people can apologize and still leave behind memories and situations that no longer align with the person you are becoming. And it wasn't. This experience taught me the importance of boundaries, self-respect, and knowing when it's time to let go and move forward. Today, I am focused on new beginnings, better experiences, and creating happier memories for my life, for my future, for my kids' future. Like, literally. So, thank you for listening, and that's my little personal narrative of my life, or an event that happened in my life. Crazy, right? Good night, y'all.